Hey guys, we're back at the bins and it's time to add fish. I have my laser gun infrared thermometer here that I've used to check all the bin temperatures. And the vast majority of them are in the mid-70s. So we're in good shape to put out fish, being as it's still relatively early in the morning. Now my forecast could still have a few cool nights, but with the fish that I choose, they can take that seasonal fluctuation. I've picked all cyprinids for the most part. They can all tolerate water down into the 60s, so I'm not very concerned. These big black bins hold their temperature pretty well, especially getting a full 9 to 10 hours of sun a day. So we're moving out the clown killies, the Chili Rasboras, the CPDs, Pygmy Sunfish, Odessa barbs, and Meteor minnows, and they'll all do just fine right now. And I'll leave them out here until the temperatures get cool again this fall. Usually when the overnights start hitting 50s is when I start bringing the fish back in. And we'll keep track of this throughout the summer and see if I'm having any progress. If I lose fish or if something, if I'm not getting any babies, I'll swap them out and try something else. So far though, I'm really pleased with the plant growth I'm getting, and all the tanks have a nice sort of light green watercolor, which is great food for the fish out here. It really helps them color up and breed faster. And no mosquito larvae. And my carnivorous plants have been in heaven with all the gnats because of how wet it's been. So let's take a look. So what I've gathered together is several groups of fish. Now I generally start out with a relatively small amount, but a good gender ratio in order to maximize the amount of fry. I've found that by putting out fewer, they eat less of their fry and I get a higher yield. So what I have here is 2 males and I think 5 female clown killies, 4 males and 6 female Celestichthes margaritatus, the CPD, 3 male and 5 female Elosoma okefenokii, which are pygmy sunfish, 3 male and 5 female of the Odessa barbs, 10 meteor minnows, and 10 Chili Rasboras. Now, this is not all the fish I'm going to put out. This is just what I'm starting with today. These are all really hardy species that can take it if things get chilly again for a night or two. But basically, all I do is condition them inside, and when they're all looking good, bring them outside and plop them in the bins. So I'll show you that now. So I'm going to start by putting the clown killies, and I'm going to put the smallest fish in the smallest tubs. The clown killies I'm going to put back here in the corner, and I literally just dump them in. I'm going to put the CPDs in the long low tub. They did really well in that one last year. Again, just plunk them in there. The Pygmy Sunfish I'm going to put in one of the small 30 gallons over here. The Pygmy Sunfish I'm going to put in this one because it gets the most sun of all the bins. And I've also seeded this one with Daphnia. The Chilies will go in the 3rd small bin. And then I'll put the Meteor minnows in one of the 70s. And the Odessa barbs in a 70. Now I put 3 goldfish in this tub just to test it out because it was one that I got used, and it's a pretty big volume and I wasn't quite sure on the temperature range yet, so I have to catch those out. And they're 3 juvenile Sarasota comets, which I'm going to move over to the bin that's over by my animal pens. So I'm going to do that today, and I have a few lilies to pot up that I'm going to be adding to this. And I haven't decided what fish I'm putting in here yet. It's a lot of volume for the little fish that I deal with. I'm thinking I might move out rainbow shiners and maybe the Daniochopre into this bin. So let's take a look at how the plants are doing. This is the low 70-gallon bin that I'm placing the CPDs in. You can see that these plants have really colored up and gotten quite large relatively quickly. It's only been a week or two. Everything else is holding pretty steady. This is one of the 30-gallon bins. I placed clown killies in here. This variegated dock is killing it. What a wonderful plant for bins. My zip ties are holding out pretty well. Everything looks really good. This one too, this is a 70. This is what I put the Odessa barbs into. This is where I placed my Chili Rasboras. This also has some floating rickia, Java moss, various other plants. Again, you can see the variegated dock is doing awesome. This is the 300-gallon. It's getting really green. You can see my lily has thrown up pads to the surface in the past week, and the other one's getting close to that. I've got about 5 more varieties of lily I'm going to be putting in here, and I picked up this really cool plant online. It's called sensitive fern. It's another floater. It's really neat looking though, and I'm hoping that's going to do well for me also. This is the little bin where I'm placing the Pygmy Sunfish. This is the one that I seeded with Daphnia to start. It is chock full of moss and malm, which is important for breeding those fish. And then this is where I stuck my minnows. You can see this corkscrew is doing really well. It's very happy, and so is that sweet mint. Now once these water hyacinths, these guys, really start splitting, I'll spread them around the tubs more. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stop by my Facebook as well as my website, MsJenks.com, where you can find my upcoming speaking engagements, my current stock list, and information on all things nano. I also have Dragonstone back in stock, and I just got a ton of the Bucephalandra like I used in my 150 that I'll be offering for sale as well. I also wanted to thank you guys again for the donations. They've really been helpful. And I hope to see some of you in Chicago this weekend.